Bonjour, bienvenue. Welcome back to Grade 7 French. This is the first of three, count them three, parts of speech and grammar lessons which we have as part of Unité 3. Today's video is all about le verbe irrégulier devoir. For today's lesson, we are going to learn how to conjugate another important verb, devoir. Devoir is an important verb. It means to have to, as in to have to do something. Devoir is also an irregular verb, meaning we have to memorize how to conjugate it, just like we did for vouloir and pouvoir. Okay, now in tomorrow's class, you guys are going to get a worksheet where you're going to copy the chart which you see on this slide. I'm going to read this to you first so you can listen to the pronunciation at home. We have je dois, tu dois, il doit, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent, elles doivent. I think it'd be a good idea for you to take a picture of this slide or get a pen and paper and copy out this chart on a piece of paper. It's going to help you for the next few slides. But before you put the video on pause, let me just reread this chart to you, and please feel free to read along with me at home. Je dois, tu dois, il doit, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent, and elles doivent. Okay, please put the video on pause so that you can copy down this chart or get a picture on your mobile device. Allons-y, let's continue. Okay, so now we're going to practice conjugating devoir. So for each sentence, we're going to fill in the proper conjugation. So this is where having that chart either on a piece of paper or on your mobile device is going to help you. Okay, look at the example. Je blank étudier les sciences. I have to study for science. Well, if I go back to that chart, I know that it's je dois étudier les sciences. So looking at the first question, which I'll do here, we have elle blank se lever pour aller à l'école. So she has to get up to go to school. So again, looking back at my devoir chart, or using my exceptional memory, I remember that's elle doit. So what you guys are going to do at home is you're going to put the video on pause so that you can write down your answers to these four remaining questions. Please put the video on pause right now. Okay, let's move on. So we're just going to work with the sentences from the previous slide, but what we're going to do here is we're going to put each sentence in the negative form. And of course, to do that, there are two little words which I need to use. And I need to put them around the conjugate form of devoir. So let's see how we did it in this example here. We've got je dois étudier les sciences. I have to study for science. To make it negative, I'm going to take ne and pas and put them around doit. So now I've got je ne dois pas étudier les sciences. I don't have to study for science. So look at the first example, or the first question here. I've got elle doit se lever pour aller à l'école. I want to make this too. She does not have to get up to go to school. And here's what my answer would look like. All I do is I put ne and pas around doit. So I've got elle ne doit pas se lever pour aller à l'école. Looking at the second example, I've got nous devons préparer notre présentation. We have to prepare a presentation. Well, to put that in the negative form, I'm going to write the following. Nous ne devons pas préparer notre présentation. We do not have to prepare our presentation. So let's take a look at the next slide. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to put this video on pause. You're going to use the picture that you took with your mobile device or the chart you wrote down on a piece of paper, and you're going to use it just as a guide here to help you with putting these three sentences in the negative form. Please put the video on pause now. All right, into the stretch run. Okay, two final practice questions here. I'll do the first one, and I'll leave the second one for you to try at home. What we're going to do is we're going to answer both questions in the positive or negative, depending on the word in the brackets. So for our first sentence, est-ce que nous devons utiliser un microscope? Do we have to use a microscope? And we have we, so we're answering this in the positive. And let's remember, the person asking is saying, do we? So we're going to use the opposite of nous. The opposite of we is you. So that means in writing my response, I'm going to write oui. Vous devez utiliser un microscope. Yes, you have to use a microscope. Okay, for a second question, est-ce que je dois étudier pour le quiz de demain? Do I have to study for the quiz tomorrow? In this case, you're going to write this in the negative. Okay, so you're going to put the video on pause and try out this problem at home. All right, so in conclusion then, after we go through all of the activities on this exciting, epic video, you're going to get a bit of independent time to try out your skill in using le verbe irrégulier, devoir. But until tomorrow's class, this concludes today's video.